Do you want an 800 credit score? Did you know you can get one in less than 45 days? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly step by step on how to get the perfect 800 credit score. Guys, stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm Credit Coach Q, and I created the first cloud-based software that allows you to put your credit repair experience into your own hands. If you're new to the channel, I'm super excited because I have a banger. In today's video, we're talking about how to get the perfect 800 credit score. But before we get to the video, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. It allows YouTube to push this content to a wider audience, and allows YouTube to also push us within the algorithm that allows us to leave these lights on. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. If you have anything derogatory in your credit report, I mean anything negative, charge-offs, late payments, bankruptcies, medical bills, guys, you name it, please go over to mycreditapproved.com. It's the website and the software that I was telling you about that allows you to put the full experience to your own hands. Guys, people are removing thousands of dollars worth of debt by themselves. They are no longer using credit repair companies. They are putting this information in this experience into their own hands and appreciating on a deeper level. Guys, please go to mycreditapproved.com, check out the software, and start removing these items, guys, if you have anything derogatory on your credit report. Now, let's dive straight into the meat and potatoes of this video. Now, I want to dive straight in because it's a lot that I need to go over in order to give you guys the step-by-step on how to get this perfect credit score. Now, I told you can get it under 45 days. The 45 days is going to determine where you at currently and how much work you need to put in, right? Okay, so as you can see on the pie chart, there's 5 variables that makes up your credit score: payment history, amounts owed / utilization, length of credit history, new credit, and types of credit, right? So these are the 5 variables that you need to make sure that you are paying attention to in regards to your credit report. And we're going to go over each of the 5. Now, the first one, as you know, is payment history. Now, that can be your late payments, that can be your negative items, collections, charge of medical bills, things like that. That is going to be your payment history, the history of your payments. Now, whether you had good history or whether you have bad history, it makes up 35% of your score, 192 points. That 35% equates to 192 points. So it's very important that you maintain good payment history. Now, if you have poor payment history in the past, you have some negative items, guys, go over to the website, go to mycreditapproved.com, sign up. It's very cheap. It's 40 bucks, 39 bucks or something like that, and allows you to put the experience to your own hands. Stop depending on credit repair companies that doesn't have your best interest. You don't know if they are qualified to do the work, and you don't know if the CFPBs even want to respond to that particular agency. So you want to make sure that you put all of the information to your own hands using a state-of-the-art technology and have everything that you need under one umbrella. And on top of that, you will learn everything that you need to teach your children's children, so they won't be in the same position with poor credit us, right? So yes, guys, go to mycreditapproved.com if you have anything derogatory in your credit report and get them taken care of. Now, late payments, payment history, guys, that's going to fall into that. Now, if you have anything negative, like I said, go over to mycreditapproved.com and get the items taken care of. You're going to need to get the derogatories off before we can actually get all the way up to that 750, 800 credit score. Usually, if we have those credit scores, usually if we have a lot of debt, we don't have a great credit score or have the opportunity to even have a 750 or 800 if we have a lot of debt. So you want to get the debt removed first and foremost. It's going to be a big weight off you in your profile. So yeah, 35% get the debt removed. Now, the second one is going to be amounts owed / utilization. Now, utilization is how much you utilize the active accounts that you have open, right? So that can be any credit lines, that could be any credit cards, anything like that you have actively open. They're going to be monitoring your utilization. Now, a lot of people don't know this. A lot of old heads used to tell me all you need to do is get a credit card, you'll be fine. That's not true. You have to operate the credit card correctly to get the benefit from the card, right? So for instance, if you have a credit card and you are maxing out that credit card every month, your score is not going to inflate. It's not going to get bigger and bigger because you are telling the credit bureaus that you are over leveraging. Now, even if you are paying the card off, I'm gonna tell you why. There is a report date and it's a payment date. If you are making a payment towards those cards after the report date, you're not going to get any benefit once they report to the credit bureau. So if your report date is on the 16th and you don't pay your credit card bill until the 26th, and they have already came and got the information to report to the credit bureaus that month, on the 26th, it doesn't matter if you made the payment or not, because they got the information on the 16th that's telling them that you're maxed out, and they're only going to get the information once a month. That's why you need to know your report date and your payment date, the credit card companies that you're with, and get those dates, because those dates is very important to your utilization. I've seen a client that had a 720 credit score. He maxed out one credit card because he had a project that he did and his score went down 129 points. So you have to make sure that your utilization is always going to be down. Now the internet is going to tell you 30%. 30% is not prime utilization. 7% is prime utilization. Anything under 10 actually is going to give you that inflated score every time. And I'm gonna tell you why. When they come and get your information, you don't have a lot of utilization. You are telling them a story. You are telling them that you can handle more debt. You're telling them that you can handle more credit. Now, when you max out a credit card, you're telling them that you can't. You're telling them that I'm over leveraged. You're telling them that I'm maxed out. I'm at my full potential on what I can handle right now. So I don't need new credit. That's what you're telling the algorithm. So that's why you have to make sure that you don't have a high utilization. You'll never be able to get a 7 or 800 credit score because your utilization is going to tell a story that you do not need any new debt, and they're going to push the score down so you can't obtain any new debt. I hope that makes sense. Now, utilization is very important. One of the biggest things that you can do to fix your utilization, obviously pay it, but is get a new credit card. If you get a new credit card, it's going to average with the other credit cards. So if you get a credit card with one maxed out card and two non-maxed out cards, you add another non-maxed out card, the utilization is going to go up because the average over the 4 cards is going to show that 3 out of the 1 is great, and the average overall is going to go up with it. So that's a consideration that you guys can use in regards to improving your utilization. Another one is authorized user trade line. Authorized user trade lines is a great tool because it allows you to not only get age, but it helps you with your utilization as well, because it's a new line of credit on your credit report. Authorized user trade lines is basically a trade line for you as an authorized user. For instance, if you had a grandmother and she had a credit card that she had for 20 years and you decide to say, Granny, can I be on your credit card? I'm not going to have access to the money on it. I just want to get access to the history of the card. That's called authorized user. She'll call the credit card company, tell the credit card company, I want to add my grandson as authorized user. You won't have access to the money, but all of that age, that 20 years of age is going to come on your report. And 20 years of age accounts does remarkable pleasures to your credit report because it gives them a 20-year history of a perfect account and average with the other utilization as well. So that's a great tool to use. Authorized user trade lines, they used to be more powerful, if I'm being honest, than they was, but they're not as powerful as they once was with the new algorithms that FICO is using. But if you do need help with utilization, authorized users is a great way to go, especially if you don't have a grandmother with a credit card that's 20 years old, right? Okay, so the third one is length of credit history. Length of credit history makes up 15% of your score. So the length of credit history is exactly what it sounds like. It's the length of how long you have had active accounts open, right? So if you had an active account for 7 years, or if you don't have an active account for 7 years, say if you have an active account for 1 year, and that 1 year active account is not going to inflate your credit score at its highest potential because you don't have any age on the profile. The more age that you have, the more credibility that you have for getting new lines of credit in within the algorithm as well. So what you want to do is authorize user trade lines. Authorized user trade lines not only helps you with the utilization, like I just said, but it also helps with the age as well. So, and the age usually depends on the price of the authorized user trade line. The more age on the authorized user trade line, the more expensive. So a 10-year trade line will cost more than a 5-year. So yeah, look into some authorized user trade lines. It is a company that you need to vet. You do need to vet that industry. And I don't refer anyone with authorized user trade lines, but if you do use it, or if you need age on your profile to give them that extra oomph, it is a consideration that you need. And also utilization. New credit. New credit is basically new credit. The new credit that you apply to your credit profile makes up 10% of your score. So yeah, types of credit is another 10%. Now the types of credit is something that I want to pinpoint because a lot of people don't know what that really entails. Different types of credit lines. So you have revolving, you you have charge accounts, and you have installment accounts. Those are the biggest types of credit. Now, a lot of people think that just getting a credit card is good, but that's just revolving. If you don't have any installment or any charge credit, then it's going to weigh against you. 10% is not high, but it's still a factor to get that 800 credit score. And I told you I'm going to help you maintain a perfect score and not just a decent one. So yeah, you want to have at least 2 to 3 installment accounts, which is car loans, student loans, things like that. You want at least 2 to 3 revolving accounts. Those are credit cards. Traditionally, you have to pay a minimum balance, and you don't have to pay the full amount that you use on the card. Charge card, you do. Charge card, there is no minimum balance. Whatever you use the following month, you have to pay. You want 2 to 3 of each individual category. You want 2 to 3 charge cards, you want 2 to 3 installment accounts, and you want 2 to 3 revolving accounts, and then you can go from there. But getting those 9 basically is going to leave a good solid foundation for your 800 score, and then you can pick products that suit you better for your own personal experience. If you are a traveler, or if you are a person like perks and things like that, then you can choose which ones that you want. But to get that 800 credit score, you're going to need at least 2 to 3 of each individual category to fill all of those variables and voids. Guys, if you found any of this information helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, it allows us to reach a wider audience. It allows YouTube to push us within the algorithm. And let me know in the comments how you feel about your score, whether you need a 100-point increase, 50-point increase. If you think that you need some more information regarding the 800 credit score, leave it in the comments. Let me know exactly what is your comments and concerns, and we'll get to you. If you want to set up a consultation, you can do that as well. You can go to mycreditapproved.com and set up your consultation there, and we'll be sure to help you out anyway. Guys, until next time, take care of your credit and take care of yourself. Credit Coach Q out.